Good morning, you're very welcome to the Meath Chronicle Facebook page. We're live here in Navan Town Centre just to give some updates on the situation regarding ex-hurricane Ophelia, which is due to sweep up through the country later today. Very bleak here in Navan at the moment, obviously quite quiet still. One of the first things we noticed is that the bus Éireann have cancelled all scheduled services between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. today. And further updates can be found on their social media channels. All schools of course off today since the Met Éireann service upgraded the status to red across the country. It's quite calm here still in Navan. It's a bit blowy. Expected to get worse later on as the storm Ophelia sweeps up through the country. We're already hearing reports that the southwest is starting to get battered by high winds, and that's expected to get worse as the day goes on. There's very little activity in the town this morning. Traffic unusually or surprisingly light. The schools are off. Obviously it's going to make a huge difference. The warning has been to not make any unnecessary journeys. The RSA has warned against people using bikes today, and I suppose the message is to stay at home if unless at all possible you have to make a journey. Later this afternoon is when it will probably get more intense around Navan and around Meath as that storm sweeps up through the country. And I suppose the message is for everybody to try and stay safe. Meath Chronicle will be updating the situation throughout the day. You go to our website meathchronicle.ie, and already there's contact numbers for ESB, County Council and the emergency services. We heard last night that Navan Hospital has closed and cancelled all outpatient appointments for today. HSE directive had ordered all outpatient appointments across the country to be closed today, although Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital in Drogheda had said it was business as usual. And if we just take a wander up towards Trimgate Street, you can see that it's eerily quiet this morning. Normally the bus bay here on Market Square will be jammed with commuters. We can just make out the sign here. Advising customers that all services are suspended until 2 p.m. today, and as I said, live updates can be found on their busAéireann.ie website. Actually their sign says today till 12 o'clock today, but on their social media I think it said till 2 p.m. That's getting quite gusty here in the town centre actually, but I suppose nothing to what will be experienced by the southwest of the country. You can just see the balloons there on top of the central, which are the mark of the purple flag weekend that was held in Navan over the weekend. I suppose businesses will be asked not to put out any signs outside their premises today for those that are opening. I see a lot of take a wander up Trimgate Street. A lot of rubbish out there that could come into harm unless it's collected fairly shortly. It's very quiet around the town this morning. I expect it'll probably stay that way. People decide to heed the warnings, stay at home. Head up Kennedy Road for a few minutes. Oh, one hardy cyclist there gonna give it a go anyway. course, people with high-sided vehicles, trucks, the advice is to be very, very cautious and careful on the road with high crosswinds. Of course, Meath is traversed by 4 major road networks, the M1, N2, M3 and N4, and high-sided vehicles will be particularly vulnerable to those high crosswinds. People are being urged to put away all patio furniture. Fair play, there's Arthur's restaurant there, putting out the table and chairs. They obviously hoping for the best. Met Éireann are saying that this storm will be the worst storm experience in Ireland since 1961, and really are urging people to take all the warnings that have been issued by the local authorities very seriously. And as you say, all our local organisations and county council have their messages up on our Facebook page with contact numbers. And what to do in the case of emergency. Of course, all our emergency services will be on duty today. Just outpatient services at our hospitals have been cancelled. And people are advised to contact their hospitals if they were due to go in for a procedure today. Hi, Bernadette, contacting us from Tasmania. Yes, indeed, we'll all stay safe today. That's the message to everybody. Another piece of advice was to obviously check on neighbours who may not be able to secure bits of garden furniture or anything in their properties there. If you can drop in and say good morning to them and see if you can help them out in that way, that would be a fantastic gesture. Obviously, it's still before 9 a.m. here in Navan town, so it'll be interesting to see what premise is actually open. The greengrocer here in Navan is obviously not too concerned at the moment. They have their display already out nice and early. They may have to take some of that in later on. And that's the thing, I suppose. It's before opening time here, obviously, in the town centre, so it's interesting to see if businesses will actually stay closed today, or whether they'll just battle on through. Some nice messages coming in here. Stay safe, everybody, is the message from Bernadette Owens. I think it is just a question of heeding the warnings that have been issued. Just another update there. The Solstice Theatre is closed today. The cafe will be remaining closed today. They announced on their social media channels last night. And I know we give them a bit of criticism and a bit of a hard time, but our local representatives and politicians were very quick off the mark last night, issuing warnings as they got them as well from the relevant authorities. And again, we can see all those messages and notifications on our website today by logging on to meathchronicle.ie, where we will be keeping up with live updates as this storm heads up through the country and is due to hit our part of the world, I suppose, later this afternoon. It's expected to pass over Ireland around 9 or 10 o'clock this evening, where we hope obviously the damage won't be too great. We just take you down past Meath Chronicle site. Fortunately, necessary journeys today for the Meath Chronicle will be in. It's quite evident there's an awful lot of people have decided to take up those words of advice from Met Éireann, and not to take any unnecessary journeys. Traffic is considerably lighter than would be normally. Obviously the schools are off. That announcement came around 9 o'clock last night. Department of Education and Skills advising all schools to keep their doors closed today. Parents would have been receiving text messages and notifications late last night. Alternative plans to be made. It's getting quite gusty, I have to say, walking down Timmins Hill now towards the river. And it's these gusts that they fear the most, that they're going to intensify as the day goes on and bring possibly 80, 90, 100 mile an hour winds. So this is the view heading out the Dublin Road. And you can see traffic normally coming from the Kentstown Road. It was normally much heavier than that. It's a lot quieter this morning. We'll just head off. Traffic coming in the Kells Road just before 9 a.m. on a Monday morning, on a wet Monday morning, would normally be chock-a-block. Not the case this morning. Not the case this morning. And the river quite calm at the moment. So we'll bow out there now for now. Keep live updates on meadchronicle.ie and our Facebook page and Twitter pages during the day. And the messages, I suppose, from everybody is to stay safe, secure your property, secure your garden, secure your neighbour's property if they need help, and let's see this one through. Thank you.